Seen these guys standing out here today.
There you go. Can we pull up by them?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't think they'll mind. Here we go. Looks like they let the motel go.
They're just sitting there all day.
Yep.
Hey, they said there's someplace where they could go in and get something to drink to drink.
You go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
That's right, guys. Yeah, 15 years ago at this time, we just come out of the emergency doctor's office after Mama Mary took her radiation pills, and the first thing we were greeted with was a TV screen with the Twin Towers coming down.
And that was 3 months ago.
That was the first thing we seen, because when we got to the doctor's office, they put us in a room with no radio, no TV. We had nothing, no knowledge of what was going on, and as soon as we come out, we were frozen in our tracks watching the towers come down.
And I was glowing green. Oh wait, he lied.
Yeah. So
That was 3 months old.
we cannot forget that day. We cannot. Well, talk about an interesting start to the week. All I did is come up to get my phone turned back on. We pulled up. Over here was sitting a Mr. Officer. And I waved at him. And I seen he took a double take. And I thought, uh-oh, now what? Got out and I said, hi. And he opened, he says, hey, I gotta talk to you. I'm like, oh, what did I do? He tried to arrest me. I was like, hey, dude, you got the wrong guy. He goes, I even pulled it. He didn't even ask me for my ID or nothing, but he said the guy's name. I said, no, I told him my name, and I said, here, I'll show you my. He even, after we went in the store to work with the phone payment, he even ran the plates to make sure we were telling the truth, because he says the vehicle even looks close to what the guy's looking for. I'm like, oh my God. So I don't know. I might shave my beard, take my hair off. I don't know. What a start to the week. Oh man. So anyway, we're gonna go.
Interesting Monday.
Very interesting.
Can't say it's boring Monday.
I can't say things are boring anymore. Yeah. All right, we'll be back. All right. Well, I'm out at the farm. Daughter's car, we know you just put the Cadillac converter in. For 3-4 days, that thing was fine. Yesterday, turned the check engine light on. It's got a P300, random misfire, and P034 minor evap leak. So I gotta, but at least it didn't come back with O2 sensors this time. So we got the O2 sensor part fixed. And then parts house, well, why don't you hook up your scanner? And well, I said my scanner's off getting fixed. And the loaner I got doesn't have the misfire thing on it. So yeah. Anyway, I guess that's taken care of, because told her today I want that out here. I want to know what's going on with that car so we don't burn up a Cadillac converter. And yeah, now random misfire come back. I know, it's milk. Shouldn't, but. Oh, and I did a coil test with this thing. That one. It's shooting the spark across that 30,000 volts, but it's almost thin like a hair. And according to Parts House, the guy down there, he used to work in a shop. He says I would start suspecting the ignition module. And I got an extra one around here. Do you think I can think where it's at right now? So anyway, I'm not worried about that today. I'm now going to go out and see if I can get the dang truck tore apart. So, and see where it blew out that intake and see why it's running like that. So, alright, we'll go get started on the 98 GMC. Well, that ended up not being as bad as what I thought. Back under this plastic, there's a, whoops, sorry, there, just a second. Back under that plastic there, what the hell, just a second. Okay, sorry about that, my camera was acting up and had something flash up. Okay, there it is. That fitting, right there for the vacuum line going to the brake booster, blew out. So I don't think I want to screw around and change the intake. I'll find a different fitting. So that was simple. I like simple fixes like that. Cool. Okay, well, as I said, I got the truck going. I've been driving it around, testing it, checking something. I got an O2 sensor screwed up on it now, which I knew that was coming because when we changed the exhaust, we had trouble getting out the other one. I figured I destroyed that one, so I'll pick that up tomorrow and put that in. Anyway, I'm starting to work on Mr. Monte Carlo's engine. Well, without any pressure on, that's where the valve rocker arm's contacting. And look at there. There's no clearance between the rocker arms. And that's a set of 882 heads like Mr. Caprice's. Well, Mr. Caprice's motor had a set of 993s. And I know I did not have any fitment issues or any issues with his. He's got over 1,000 miles on his. And now Mr. Monte Carlo's motor, the intakes have got plenty of clearance. Not a lot, but they got enough. Enough to, oh, maybe I don't. What the hell's going on here? I had that. Huh. Well. That one don't. That one. Oh, by God, the intakes don't. Yep, they're touching. Yep, that's. See, you should, even with it adjusted, you should not that much, but that's, yeah. So for some reason, his motor's giving me fits. And I guess what the problem I'm running into is, it's a late model motor with old style heads. Early style motor with late model heads. This just is not making any sense to us. As a machine shop guy's like, I've never had to do that much to these to do this. I guess my only question is, if people are doing this and they're putting the wrong length push rods in there and not checking their push rod lengths like I do, they could be running it with all incorrect valve train geometry. As the rocker arm pivots, we get full contact with the rocker arm like it should. But right now, with that being off to the side like that, that's going to put side pressure on that guide and prematurely wear out the guides. Because that actually should be contacting right in the middle of the valve. So I'm waiting for a phone call. I think we left it. If he doesn't call me back by shortly after 5, he's not coming today. I don't want to be pulling these heads off until he sees what's going on. And I told him about the Vortec heads only being good for 450 thousandths lift, and we're already past that. So we're going to have to get different retainers and recut for those springs. And then we can put that one back together and she should run fine. Maybe I'm getting a little, well, no, I'm not getting over protective now because I've got a clearance issue. I can't send that out that way. We got to figure out why that's doing that. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm using comp cams, if we got a different base circle or what, but I know all the motors I built for the race car and all the swapping around the engine parts. I guess the only thing we didn't do is put the Vortec heads on our motors back then. I don't know. Anyway, well, you guys are probably about as fed up as me with car stuff right now, so I'm gonna go relax. We're heading over to the rec center. Wife's working. Squirrel didn't want to go, but I'm going. So I'm going to go do that and get away from car stuff. So I'm starting to second guess myself now, and that's not good. I'm just like driving me nuts. My buddy that comes down made a comment, and his comment's pretty much right nail on the head. So oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna go work out, and if I can remember, or if there's not many people there, I'll turn it on and show you guys what I'm doing. So alright. Hey everybody, what's up? How's everybody doing? Well, I'm out running around getting medicine now that I got a vehicle to drive again. So far. Oh yeah, I gotta look that up. The kid's car is throwing a P300 random misfire code and an evap code, so we gotta get on that and figure out why that come back. We've already put new plugs and wires on it. I did test the coil. I wasn't happy with the spark. It did shoot the 30,000 volts, but it looked like a thin hair going. It wasn't a nice bright blue spark as I was expecting, so might have a bad ignition module on our car. So, but the Dodge so far is good. Second pump and a gearbox. One gearbox though. Yeah. I got some video that I might add to this. It kind of jumps around a little. I don't know. The other day I seen something cool for 9/11 at Highway 3 and 71 here in Iowa. So probably put that, but still having motor issues. I went to put Mr. Monte Carlo's motor together, and rocker arms are not playing nice with me on these two motors all of a sudden. I am not sure what's going on or what, but yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll be back. Coal. There you go. Lots of coal. I might have a couple of cars of that and a coal burner. Oh, man. And so it begins. Spent way too long down here trying to get my medicines today. And the pharmacist goes clear down to there, so oh boy, you gotta you got a pharmacist says you're taking too much and your doctor says you're not taking enough, and yeah, and the one medicine that works good for you, they make it so expensive that you can't afford it. There we go, end of the train. So I used to take gabapentin for my neuropathy pain, and they made that unaffordable for me. Wow. And now the tramadol. Oh well, it is what it is. And last night I had a good night working out at the treadmill. Did another full session, and swimming in the hot tub, and I want to take you guys in there and show you that I am doing it, but there's about 3-4 guys that show up, and they're there every time I'm there, and they're kind of loud. So yeah, and some of the stuff they talk about, yeah, I won't. Yeah, from what I can tell, all 3 of them are married, but that don't stop them. Anyway, yeah. So, since I'm this far down, I'm going to swing over and talk to the machine shop and see if we can figure out what the heck's going on here. So, anyway, I'll be back. That's not what I wanted to see. That bar's wet. That's all wet. It's washed clean right there, so this is when I wish I had a hoist. Anyway, right there is what we're after. I knew that was going to fail because the other day the way we had to put it together wasn't good, so I guess I'm going to get at it and get her changed. It's a good thing I broke down and bought a 02 thread chaser, because otherwise there's what I took out of the truck. I knew the threads were bad, but I didn't think they weren't that bad going in, but got the new one in. Whew. If it wouldn't have been for that little gadget here, I would have never got it in. So hopefully, well, other than the leak I found, hopefully now black truck's all fixed. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to see if my cousin's shop's open and go over there. Anyway, yeah. Alright, that one's done. Tell you. I don't know. Right. Now I'm going to introduce you to this old brown truck. It's a 3/4 ton, 6 lug wheels, and we're going to try something here. I don't even know what's in there, if anything. Just a second here. Hey. Hey. This toolbox actually don't look that bad. Here. We might have found a toolbox. Anyway, we're going to get crazy. We got talking. We think it's been this 2016. We're thinking it's been sitting for hopefully we don't regret closing that hood. 16. That's been setting for quite a while. Uh-oh. Did not know that. Okay, there it went. I was going to say. Guess we won't shut this all the way again. Okay. It hasn't been turned over. Jeez. Nobody knows. That's not a good sign. Maybe I won't try it. Oh, it's not. We're going to see if this motor's stuck or not. See, he got thinking. He finally junked the truck in 2013, 5 years ago. But he doesn't remember how long it set prior to that. So I got a charged up battery. I'm going to grab the keys and we're going to see what we can get done. Well, let's see. Get the battery hooked up here. See if we get anything. I'll be really shocked at this old. It's been sitting outside all these years, so. Oh, it's even got one of those work lights I like on my trucks. Well, dome light works. This is how it works. Hey, it works. Son of a beehive. Okay. I won't stop the camera so you guys can see what this does the whole way. Now what, I'll set you guys right there. You guys tell me what it does. Just hit my head. Well, it's got power. I doubt the fuel pump works, so I'll go get some gas and we'll dump down it and see if it fires. Well, yeah, I bet you an electric fuel pump. Get up the goes. Oh, hell, that cylinder looks good. Alright. Oh, probably too much. Well, see if she pops off. You know what? The electric fuel pump's working. Tank read's empty. And she popped right off, didn't it? I won't touch the throttle, I'll just let it. I don't know whether it dumps the gas in the gas tank or not. It'd be interesting to see, but it's not worth wasting the gas because tranny's coming out of this truck, going back to the guy that owned it. Motor will come out. I don't know what I'll do with the motor. I'm thinking about taking the running boards off this and putting on my black truck. I'll be dang. All that time sitting, she still starts. So, I ain't gonna run this battery down. Well, that's good to know. Motor ain't stuck. And she wants to run. So, sad thing is, the truck only had 114,000 miles on it. Was a pretty nice looking truck, but they don't all last forever. So, this here's how. Don't latch the hood all the way this time. That's an 8-foot bed. Wish it was better shape. Yeah, he's left all sorts of goodies in the back. A lot of scrap iron. Bumpers fair, another receiver hitch, fairly good tailgate. Might be glad I didn't go buy one for the black one, take it off this. But yeah, that's the running boards. Well, needs new hinges, but a little bit of everything in here. Anyway, well, that's this truck. So, and I don't know, the other truck, I'm really torn apart on this one. Not torn apart, but torn on what to do with it. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to grab. Got somebody messing with keys out here, so I got to make sure I take the keys out of everything. What I thought about doing with this old truck too is be crazy, turn her into an old drag truck. I mean, it's a 2-wheel drive. It ain't good for anything else, so we'll have to see. Anyway, this truck here, yeah, I got it in there. Just a second, I want to get this back in the shop. I'm almost crazy enough to hook up the power to that. I said almost. Anyway, where did I am? Oh, there they are. Okay. This is a 2002, which we just finally figured out. It does have the 5.3 in it. Needs a little body work. Rocker panels and that. Well, shows that one. What I was hoping to do is this truck is going to be replacing that truck. And then I'd have a pair of matched gray vehicles because they're about the same color. If not, well, this is why I bought the truck in the first place. Okay, I do have the radio off. Now the tick. We are not sure if the tick was before or after the training went out. Because the little gal this truck belonged to, she said, well, she complained to her mom and dad, her RPMs were going up, but her speed was going down. Well, I pulled the diff stick on the transmission, and yeah, it's not good. Transmission is gone. So when I was looking at this, I thought I just had to do something with the motor. Well, interior's nice. It's not ratted out. It's only got 198,000. Everything's got 300,000, 200,000. Dually, that's the low that's the baby yet. That's only got 150,000 miles on it. And the green truck over there's got 300,000. I'm kind of getting tired of having all these high mileage trucks. So I was thinking about replacing the black truck with this gray truck and that, but $2,300 for a new tranny versus $130 for a used. But that place is, you take it, it don't work, it's yours. Too bad. So I don't know. And the motor, the 5.3 through them was $250. Same thing though. You take it home, you put it in, it knocks. It's yours. No guarantees at that place. Box has got a little rust, but like my buddy says, we could almost take that flatbed for that truck, put it on the back of this, and be good to go. Wife and I are thinking, because you know, got the grandkids and she's enjoying me driving. Well, for right now, for me to drive, I got to have a pickup, or I got to get a hold of Mr. Mach 1 and get a deal down on some seats and that out of one of these rendezvous. So his mama's broke. So yeah, I'm just kind of like I don't know what to do. But then this weekend when everything breaks and you ain't got nothing to drive, that's where I wish, that's where we like having the an extra vehicle or two. And so yeah. Oh, we got school stuff going on here, and a lot of people are voting today for the school stuff. Come on. So hopefully so yeah, I'm thinking about thinning out the herd and just, I don't know. I really want to keep the dually because, well, it's paid for and it's handy to haul big things on. But I like the versatility of a 1500 because then you can get around in that. So I guess the three that I'm really wanting to keep is the Tahoe, maybe the 2002, and the dually, and the rest of them, get rid of them. So we're starting to think that Bonneville, my wife and I have been talking, was trying to fix it up to sell, but we're thinking we're going to keep that for squirrel. And the Tahoe, yeah, I don't know yet. Oh yeah, I can't hook up. I was almost seriously thinking about hooking up power to that old Tahoe, but I can't because the brain box is gone and who knows what's cut for wires. I'd really hate to set the damn thing on fire. You guys are going to be like, yeah, that's a good video, but it's a little too close to the shop to be doing that. And that Grand Prix, I don't know. Wouldn't take much to fix it, but at the same time, it's kind of getting borderline, and I've been watching those Grand Prix like that. They're really coming down on price, so it's starting to get to the point where do I or don't I? I don't know. Or do we just turn it into a farm beater and beat the ever-living snot out of it, and crops get out, we go out and have fun beating on cars? I don't know. Then I'm really kicking myself in the ass. I stopped at the blacksmith today. Looking into possibly replacing my torch I got stupid and got rid of. Yeah, that ain't going to happen anytime soon. Wow. $485 for a Miller setup with a lifetime warranty on 2 of the parts, but still, come on guys. Yeah. And then the tanks. Wow. I was going around right about 900 to $1,000 for a torch setup. I'm like, I had to go back in time and tell myself, nope, don't trade. Anyway, yeah, well, I'm kind of proud that old 88 started. So, that's where we're at with vehicles, and I don't know what to do. So, yeah. Boy, it looks nice outside. Well, it's nice. Oh, what am I saying? It is nice out, but it's cold. It's just been feeling great for me today. Because I can move, I can do stuff. And found out the medications were all screwed up, so starting to get that straightened out. Like, yay, raw me, thanks. But anyway, I guess don't know much else for today. Kids come out and just did a couple of things to pick up minor stuff. He had a red wire that showed up out from under his dash. Might have been to an old CB brake controller, who knows what, but it was still alive, so we nipped that off and taped it up so it wouldn't be a problem. But like I said, kind of surprised that old brown Chevy started. That really surprised me. I don't know. I see the paperwork that came with that brown truck. It's got a junking certificate, but if it's 25 years old, I wonder if it had to be 25 years old at the time of junking. The original owner could actually go get a bonded title for it. But I don't know. I doubt it. I'm probably just, like I said, tear it apart. I like the front ends on those old trucks. And I don't know, maybe I'll change one of mine over. I mean, anyway, yeah. I didn't get my tire off the trailer. I gotta take my tire. And you see the rims on the ground. That front tire on that side's flat. Now, I don't know. That last trip coming home with that car was pretty expensive because, well, 3 tires, 2 on the dually and the trailer tire, have all given me fits since then. That was the basically last time I used my trailers when I brought that thing home. And it was going flat after that trip. But, yeah. And the kids just brought up something, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta get motors out of here. Because I am really, really, really wanting to bring the Camaro out here. So, anyhow, I guess we'll call it a day, and I'll quit blabbing. Just having one of those days. Here I was wanting this cold weather, and now I'm thinking, ooh, the cold weather's here, and now I'm running out of time. I just gotta get the tranny out of this black Tahoe. And that's the other thing too, I gotta figure out where I want to store my vehicles this winter. It seems like every time I put them out behind the shop, something gets in them and eats the wiring or spark plug wires out of them or whatever, so I don't know. Get them all lined up and prepped for winter, and that's where they'll sit. Anyway, I'm blabbing. See you later. Have a good week.